Good morning. Magandang umaga. Today is Monday and it's around 12 o'clock noon, and I'm on my way to a meeting for my second job, which I do on Saturdays and Sundays. We have a meeting at 1 p.m. and I think it's going to be for about an hour. So I'm on my way. It's a beautiful day, a little cloudy, but still it's nice and warm today. Not too warm, a little on the breezy side. We're going towards, to the left, to the right, and the road is called Old Northern Road towards Balcombe Hills, and we'll end up at Seven Hills suburb. That's where I work, where the other job is. Nini is at home watching some ABS CBN Filipino channel while I go for this meeting. I hope it'll end up in about 1 hour so I can have the rest of the day free. And today's Tuesday and I have 2 days off, Mondays and Tuesdays, for my other workplace. This is the Old Northern Road, which is a very long road, very long. It's just straight all the way. That's where my workplace is. Today is the American elections. I wonder who will win. It looks like it's pretty close. It's very interesting to find out who actually wins. Or maybe there's no winner. That would be worse. Because for 5 to 6 months without a president of America is going to bring the stock market down. So I don't know. I won't want to be in America at the moment because there could be some unrest because of the results, because you got two parties and it's very tough and they're very close, which is quite upsetting. But in Australia, touch wood, it looks like it's pretty safe here. We are happy. Everyone's going about doing their businesses. The restrictions, most of the restrictions are lifted. The economy starting to pick up again. Hopefully people get back their jobs. Especially in the restaurant businesses. Plenty of them suffered because of the lack of customers. No COVID incidents at the moment, touch wood, not that I know of. But as for the Philippines, our hearts go out to them, because from the videos that I've been watching over YouTube and reading in the newspapers, they took a beating. But the Filipino people are strong. They're strong charactered, religious, and I guess that's what makes the Philippines. Originally I come from Singapore 20 over years ago. I left Singapore at the age of 40 and came to Sydney to settle. I had a very good career in Singapore. As some of you know, I was a jockey for 20 over years. I've won a few cups, naming some like the Singapore Derby, the Queen Elizabeth Cup, the Gold Vase, and like a few more. I was top apprentice jockey in 1980, I think. Yeah, I represented Singapore and Malaysia twice for the international races. One in New Zealand and one was in Perth. I had a very good career, but it was time for me to stop at the age of 40. I've done one whole circle, and I decided that it's time to look to greener pastures, because at the age of 40 I felt that it's time that I start to relax, because horse racing can be very taxing and strenuous. You cannot win on any race, on every race. So I think in around 1997, I think I made a break. I did not tell anyone that I was coming to Australia, not even my jockey friends or my trainer friends. In fact, I had 1 month before I left. I did tell a couple, and they were shocked that I was leaving my career behind, a good career. But I explained to them that I needed to spread my wings. So we left for Australia, and on the day I came, I knew I belonged here. But I will never forget Singapore. It still is dear to my heart, close even. But we must move on. And Sydney, Australia has given me a lot of opportunities. They've given me support. They've given me a job that I've touchwood kept for 17 years. 2 jobs, weekdays and weekends. I used to work 7 days a week for 17 years. I only stopped, cut 2 days off just a couple of months back. So I'm now working 5 days. But for the last 17 years, I was working 7 days a week. Obviously, I enjoy what I'm doing. I love dealing with people, and my colleagues are fun to be with. I enjoy getting up in the morning knowing that I'll be helping someone. We were very lucky with COVID-19. None of our patients contacted this virus, so we hope and pray that they never will. We are now entering a suburb called Seven Hills. This is the Hills District. We call it the Hills District because you've got Castle Hill, Seven Hills, Balcombe Hills. They're very hilly, ups and downs. They're all nice in their own way, but I prefer Castle Hill. I stayed in Castle Hill from the day I came to Australia 20 over years ago, and I never moved out of that area ever since. if any of you decide to make Australia home, I say go right ahead, because Australia is a friendly, easygoing, fun place to be in. But it will come a time when I will have to seriously decide whether I want to spend the rest of my life in the Philippines. Basically, the main reason is that the Philippines will probably be a lot cheaper to live in. It's only 7 hours away from here. So coming back to see the kids every couple of months won't be a problem for us. And what's more important is Nini has a big family there, and I'm moving on in years. So that is part of the reason why we will be going to the Philippines. That if I don't get sick, that is. Touch wood. Nini has a house in the Philippines, in a place called Pandan. She built a house while she was here, working at the same place where I work for 10 years. She worked hard, and we shared the building cost. And now we look forward to building another home in a barangay called Kiop. And we are at the top of this mountain called Kiop Point. This is another challenge that Nini and I will be undertaking. And it's something to look forward to. As for the kids in Sydney, Lee and Sade, and also Mandy now, who is our daughter-in-law, have given us full support about moving to the Philippines, because they feel that is what we want and that is most important to them. It will be a sad move, because we do love Sydney heaps, but sometimes hard decisions have to be made. But we will never leave Sydney. Sydney will always be our home. We will come back often to be with the kids. And the kids have told us that they are waiting for our house to be built in Hiop, so they can make that their holiday home. I'm already here at my office, at my workplace, and as I can see, there's lots of cars parked. So I'm a bit early actually. I'm half an hour early, which I always like to be early. I do not like rushing. We're in luck. There's one car park here. Last one. Just one more left. Thank you for joining me in this outing to my workplace. I shall be making more videos like this and giving you more information about Australia. Nini and I will be visiting other states, many more interesting places before we leave for the Philippines. And we'll be talking about our son's wedding as well, which was held in South Africa, Cape Town. That was a trip never to be forgotten. Most probably we'll be going back with Mandy's family for a holiday again, maybe in the near future. But for now, we will continue to build more, to make more videos to let you guys know what Australia is about. So thank you for joining me. I'll catch up with you later. You have a nice day.